I had to leave in a.
Aw. Hmm. Are we rolling? Is that what you said?
Doing pretty good.
We're rolling. Okay, so let's roll.
Hello.
Rolling, 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 ride.
Anything you see me
Welcome, everybody.
Yes.
I'll get you on megaphone a second. There you are.
Yeah, they're going up again.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
All right, welcome, folks, to Virtually Live. We'd like to hold for more folks to be coming in here, but that's okay. They can filter in because we do have some things we want to get through today, so we will start. First of all, I have to find out how everybody's week was. Mr. Johnny, Miss Faye, how have your weeks been? Fight it out. Who goes
Weeks
first?
of
Fight Club. Fight
oh,
Club.
well, it's because you said Johnny
I acquiesce.
first, but I will,
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
will. So
There's
basically,
never.
yes, I was doing a little bit of grilling, and then what else?
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Basically, just kind of working on my DJ set. So I've been, I guess,
Hmm.
sourcing music and visuals for this set I have coming up. And it's going to be very dystopian. It's going to be kind of scary. It's going to have a lot of AI
Mm.
art. It's going to have some hard hitting, just really like, dystopian sounding. It's like there's like a little bit of organ. I like to call it cybaroque. So I don't know if anybody's coined it yet, but
Nice.
it's kind of like, it's got some like orchestral, but like also with like a hard tech thing. So the visuals and
Cool.
everything's going to be pretty. It's probably going to be a big disaster, but it'll at least look
Don't
cool. I
say
think the
that.
visuals are going to be good.
And I
So
will tell you,
That sounds
Baroque is one
awesome.
of my favorite periods in classical music, so it better be really cool. Plus, I love the symphonic metals, so you can blend that. Is this the gig with
y-
Dr. Heartbeats?
yes, is something I'm putting together
Oh,
with Dr. Heartbeat. So it's kind of like a sample.
Awesome.
It's sort of my step back into doing more DJing. So it's
right on.
sort of like testing it out, but then also trying to just because there's a lot when you DJ in here. It's very interesting because you can't. It's not that you're just DJing. You got to worry about the sound, the site, and the sounds, and then
Mm-hmm.
connecting everything and making sure it syncs up. So I'm very nerdy and
Mm.
techy. So I like doing all that stuff. So.
That's awesome. I can't
Sounds
wait. I can't
awesome.
wait for that. Right
Yeah,
I
on. What
was
about you, Faye?
virtually busy
definitely.
this weekend.
Hmm? Yeah, well, virtually.
Virtually
Yeah.
busy.
No. What were you this weekend, virtual or otherwise?
For me, I was doing pretty good. I have been diving into the research of what's going to happen when World of Warcraft releases this special edition where we get
Oh,
to go back to Panda Land, Pandaria, my favorite
what is
land
Pandaria
from
for?
a long time
For I
ago.
don't know.
You get to be a big panda. You get to be a cute
So like a furry?
panda,
You get to be a
and
furry?
I mean, well, you're a character and you're a panda, so I suppose you're a furry. But the main thing is it's all about Japan. And I love that. I love the cherry
Mm-hmm.
blossoms. I love the beauty of
You
it, and
do.
it's just really cool. So I'm excited to get back into that next month. But I was just
Hmm.
reading up on that, and yeah, just pretty exciting things. How about you?
You and your cherry blossoms,
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, my God. No, yeah, you definitely like those. No, interestingly enough, I have been a lot of craziness. I have been trying to hire somebody to cut the lawn, and I thought I had
Oh,
hired somebody yesterday, and then he messaged and says that, "Oh, can I postpone? I'm not feeling well," and I'm like, "Oh," and
oh,
listen. Not gonna lie, last month that was probably it maybe above my ankles. Right now, some of it is literally probably like I mean, we're getting close to the hips. I mean, it is super high, and
mm,
I'm waiting for a neighbor to leave a nasty note. But I've been through two
gosh.
different people, and part of me wonders if this guy drives by and goes, "Oh," and he makes something up about it.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want to do that. But I actually told him, I said,
Oh,
"Hey, I needed to have this not look like the Amazonian rainforest." He was laughing. So hopefully this guy we can reschedule and he can get in here and get it going because It's driving me insane looking at that stuff. Now, I will say that there are two neighborhood cats that love it. Oh my God, they are in the
Oh, I bet.
backyard.
Like a jungle.
Oh, they absolutely love it. For
Yes.
yeah, they are
I have
100%
that
excited
one.
about it.
That's cool.
For what? You have what?
The cat. I don't have the panda sound, but the cat I do.
Oh, what does a panda sound like? I don't think I even
I don't
know.
know. I tried to look it up, and then my computer almost blew up, so I
Roar.
stopped.
But probably not. I don't have
Oh my
any idea.
gosh.
Sounds like a cuddly
Well,
ball of love.
let us talk. Well, that's okay. I hear they're not very good to hug because they're a little nasty sometimes.
Mm,
Um, let's talk about a few things. So we're going to talk a little bit about a little tech. We're going to talk a little bit about some health. We're going to talk a little bit about some fun game stuff to tell you guys about. So this is kind of interesting.
mhm.
First I wanted to talk about was now how many of you guys got into VR with like the old cell phone in the cardboard box on your face? You know, how many of you got in? Jump up and down if that was your introduction. Okay. All right.
Me,
Yep.
And how many of you your introduction was the Oculus Go? Anybody? Okay. And how
me.
many was the Quest 1? Anybody into the Quest 1? All right. Oh, there you go. Okay.
I had that one too.
So, yeah, I actually have the Go and the
Can
1
I
still,
can
but
I add
here's
one?
the thing. Oh, yeah.
Oculus Rift.
Oh, yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
all you money bag fancy pants there. Okay,
No.
there you go. There you go.
Early adopter.
I didn't have that one.
Oh, Johnny. Aw.
Yeah.
Well, this is an end of an era here. So they are no longer going to be supporting the Quest 1. That is going to
Yeah.
be headed to pasture. Devs will no longer be able to
Ooh.
update anything or make anything for it. They have until April 30th if they want to roll out any updates to the Quest store. I kind of wonder if anybody would. I mean, how many people are still making something for the one? It's kind of my question. You know,
I'm
um,
not sure.
anything that comes out after the 30th is definitely not going to be showing up on the store. There's no way they can do that. Now,
Mhm.
Meta will of course be releasing the bug fixes and security patches until August of this year, only till August. But you know, once the summer's over, man, it's a very attractive brick because you know, it's just
Wow.
there's just not much they're going to do with that anymore. I mean, they did talk about doing this in January of last year, so it was kind of
Right.
a heads up, right?
Mhm.
But at
Mhm.
the same time, you know, they would pull things a little bit at a time, you know, like you know, updates stopped, you know, upgrades or people couldn't have the parties anymore and the Horizon Home or whatever that was, the social thingy that you got with your friends and all that stuff. So a lot of people have been wondering if the Quest 2 would be next because it would make sense for that. And originally people thought, oh, the Quest 2 is probably going to be sunsetted at a you know decent amount of rate after that. It's not going to take too long. But then
Mhm.
suddenly out comes Q3, and the Q3 is you know it's selling very well, but the Quest 2, the Q2 has outpaced the Q3 in sales, which they were not anticipating. So
Huh.
there is a new resurgence about keeping the Quest 2 alive and kicking.
Hey,
So,
that's good.
uh,
That's
how do you
excellent.
how do you guys feel about that situation with the Quest 1? I kind of feel sad in a way. I feel
I do
it
too.
always feels sad. It's like the end of
It
something,
always
you
feels
know?
sad. Well, there's going to be
Mhm.
people who can't step into the next bracket. There's going to be people
Mhm.
who had the Quest 1 as a hand-me-down from someone, and they're
Mhm.
not going to get that Quest 2 for a very long time. And, they may lose their access to things, unfortunately, when updates are needed and things. It's disappointing. It's always sad
Well, I know
when a
there
headset shuts down.
well
Yeah.
there is someone we the three of us know, a friend of ours from Alt Space who actually up until I want to okay, I'm guessing because I can't remember exactly, but literally it was probably a little over a year ago. And she had been building spaces and doing all this kind of stuff. And I had no idea she was on a Quest 1 all that time. It was
Mhm.
literally a little over, maybe it was around a year ago, a little over that she ended up getting the Quest 2. And
Wow.
I didn't,
Wow.
and she built some really cool stuff. I didn't realize you could still actually build well with the Quest 1, you know? Johnny,
Hmm.
what are you thinking about all that?
Man, I remember the first time I got into VR after like the Google Cardboards or whatever is
Hmm.
Mhm.
I was bored and I wanted to play GTA in VR. So I went to the Best Buy and I was like, you know what? Let me get the first PlayStation VR. And then I saw something and it was the Oculus Go. And I
Mhm.
said, you know what? This thing's only 199 bucks. I'll get this one. If I don't use it, I can return it because Best Buy, amazing return policy, right? So everything's
Mhm.
really good there. So I used the PlayStation VR, the first one, maybe for about 20 minutes. Horrible experience. I threw on the Go and I entered into this poker game that was early. And then I went into Altspace, and the rest was history. And I remember
Mhm.
with the Oculus Go, it came with one controller, which was 3DOF, and basically you were like Bob Dolan there with one arm, and it was so
Oh,
crazy because it was like a
honey.
second class citizens, right? Like
Oh,
it's like, oh,
man.
they got two arms, they're on the Quest One, like they got
Yeah,
stat. And I
yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
remember I never wanted something so bad than the Quest One because I didn't want to only have one hand. I wanted to just
Oh.
wave my hands around like everybody was doing in there, and I really like it. And the thing I'll say about the Quest One is it's a shame that they're gonna kind of slow things down, but it is good that we have some newer stuff at better price points. And
Yeah.
the blacks in that screen were amazing. When you were in a dark room or something in VR on the
Mm.
Quest One,
Mhm.
man, that OLED really, the screen door was another level. But man, those darks, something else.
Mhm. Mhm.
Mm.
What do you think, Faye? What is your thought about all that?
Oh, I mean, definitely, it was the headset that got so many people into using both hands and being able to have that
Did
functionality.
you have
So,
an issue with the
eh,
one remote? Did you have a Go? You must have had a Go because you have everything.
oh,
You
I
have everything.
I owned a Go. I owned a Go.
Okay.
I went straight from the Oculus Rift Go to the Quest One. Well, the CV one, and then I had a Rift
Uh-huh.
S. But I went to the Quest One, but it hurt my head so much, I
Oh.
wasn't able to deal with it. So I stuck with the Rift S until the Quest Two came out. To be fair,
Mm.
yep, I did.
Okay. Okay.
It just hurt
Wow.
so much, and I didn't have any other straps to
Yeah,
use
it's not
for it.
real
I
comfortable.
tried
I remember
things,
that.
but
What
mhm.
about you guys? Anybody out in the audience? Did you guys have a Q1 at all that you can tell us about your little memories of that? Jump up and down if you did. Push your A key if you're in your headset.
No,
Anybody? No?
looks
Okay.
like no.
Emerald, I can't tell if your hand is up. Is that up? Oh, can't hear you. I
Oh no.
think you're muted. Okay.
No, sorry. No.
Oh, okay. All right. All right.
Uh,
Damn, I'm even
So,
old in here. Jeez.
no, I already am.
no, I think that's awesome.
So,
Um. Oh yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
so
What do
you
you
What
got,
were
said
you?
Lee?
what, a memory
I'll make a phone you.
about?
Hold on. There we
Yeah,
go.
your cute Crest One. Something about that. Just
I don't know. I like the OLED display.
hmm
Hmm.
I do miss that.
yeah.
Um, and now it's right in front of me collecting dust.
Oh, I know.
Yep.
I know.
I
Mine
mean,
too.
it's a cool looking
I mean,
paperweight.
yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, moving on to some other interesting news regarding that. So we've been talking a lot about the Apple Vision Pro, right? We talked
Hmm.
about the AVP a lot early on, and a lot of excitement about it. You guys went to test it out, and you shared with us how that was for you, which is cool.
Yeah.
Um, well, I guess Apple is now slashing the production volumes of the headset by nearly half. So they planned around 800,000 for 2024, and they're going back to around 400,000, 450,000. And there was supposed to be an update coming up for 2025, and they are thinking they're just canceling that probably because suddenly the sales have tanked and it's not doing quite as well as they'd hoped. And the thing about it is they're actually making this decision before they're even opening it up to the foreign markets. This is just based off of the US sales right now. So they
Yeah.
haven't even spread it out there, to give it a chance to kind of fly with that. So, um I mean, listen, Johnny, what did you say the price when if you were out the door with that? It was 3,500, and then what was everything going to come to for you?
Well, with the tax, it was closer to like 38, 39, and that's
Mhm.
Yeah.
not with any extra. Like, I'm a big insurance guy. Like
Mhm.
I'm like, let me just get it. Like I'm very careful with my stuff, but hey, things happen. But yeah, it was way more than I wanted to spend, and I really like VR, but it was still,
Yeah.
and it's not that I didn't have it. It's just more that like I just couldn't justify spending the. I mean, believe me, I would have felt
Right.
spending that much money, but it at the same time for something I wanted so bad, like I waited a little bit, and I was like, you know what,
Mhm.
it's okay. Like, and then we start getting all these other updates. Like, we'll talk about it later, but I think I really don't need a Ferrari to go to McDonald's if I already have a car. If I have a Camaro or something like that, that's just as good. Like, I really don't, would it be nice? Of course, but I mean,
Mhm.
it's just not something I can justify at this time.
Mhm. Now, Faye, being the early adopter you are with things like that, what's your thought on all that?
I mean, I wanted to be an early adopter with this. I wanted to. I really wanted to, but that
Mhm.
price range was too much for me to want to justify. And
Mhm.
so a consumer that's not going as an early adopter, it's really hard to justify.
Mhm.
It needs to be brought down. They need to they need to make it more affordable. Yes. And
Yeah.
then
I
they'll hear
mean,
that cha-ching sound from me, but not right now.
yeah, didn't you
Next
say what were you
iteration.
saying would be you'd consider? You were saying there was a like was it 2,500 you said you'd go for or
That's even that's high. 1,700, 2,000,
Mhm.
2,500. Mm,
Mhm.
I would
Well,
really
I
have
mean,
to decide where I was at the time, but
no,
that's a lot.
I haven't
It's a lot.
gone
It's
to
a lot.
try it out, right? And they're saying that they're having a hard time getting people coming into the store to try it now. They're saying that they're not able to get
Because they
people to come in
don't
to
want
try
to
it.
fall in love. They don't want to fall in love and not be able to take it home, and
I would
it's
probably be one
rotten.
of
I
those
went through
people.
that.
It's
I went
Mhm.
hard.
through
It's
that, and I
hard.
was like, "Do I want to do this demo?" And I was
Right.
like, "I got to do it because the show,
Yeah.
because the pod talk." So that was my excuse for going. I was like, "No, I got to," and I did. I really liked it, and it was a rough ride home, and I was really like,
It was.
"Ugh," but
It was so
mm,
cool.
just
Yeah, I
couldn't.
wanted it, but
Is that painful?
no.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm interested to see it. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, I mean, I'd love to watch some things on it. But the fact that you can't get Netflix and other apps, and the fact that there are no games, that's people are just upset about it. And a lot of people are talking about the fact that you know what, it's nice and it's pretty to use, but they are really looking for more VR involvement.
Hmm.
They want the social
They are.
aspect and the gaming aspect. And I almost think that if they had maybe a larger catalog of apps and maybe
Hmm.
apps that were crossed over or similar in that sense that there would be a way for people to enjoy one another with things but I don't it
Yeah.
really and that really makes a difference and actually we're going to be talking about a game later today that is such a wonderful opportunity. It's so much fun. um
Yes.
and it's just that togetherness and getting to be with your friends and stuff like that, which is really important. So but
Well,
yeah, it's
also a
just
critical
mhm,
part that
mhm,
wasn't in the Apple Vision Pro. You bring up a huge point. It's a part of being with your friends, right? And
mhm,
that it's like,
Hmm.
listen, I can be through my pass through and be in my own crummy room on my phone, and it wouldn't be too much different than the Apple Vision. Like, yes, there's a couple of great experiences, but at the core of it, it's not any app or equipment. It's the people you choose to spend your time with and encounter what makes it immersive for me and what makes me
mhm.
coming
Hmm.
back. Like, keeps me coming back, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 100%. I think that that is very legitimate. And that's it for me too. And here, listen, there's the thing too that what VR has done for a lot of people, even during the pandemic. I mean, what it's done for people, the thing that saved people was the human connection. And that's
Hmm.
really, really important. And I absolutely adore it. And we even have people that have talked about things in here that, I've talked to who their thing is, you know what, this is my connection. This is the only thing that I can do right now because I cannot be around people. So
Hmm.
I know one woman, really brilliant, amazing person, and she is homebound in a bed. Um, she's very seriously ill, and basically was given a timeline that she has exceeded, and it's amazing. And she is the most positive person, and if it weren't for her VR, and she's very actively engaged in some things, and she couldn't be without it. And it's just amazing what it's done for
Mm.
people. So I don't know.
It
I
is.
mean, you know, but there's some really cool news though that is coming out, and I know Johnny, you're super excited about this too. So I kind of want to definitely have you chat on this. Meta is going to share its mixed reality Meta Horizon OS to third parties now.
Oh, yes.
So the operating system is now opening it up so third party hardware makers can do things. Um, the, this is going to be amazing, right? Because it's going to be make for a larger ecosystem for things. It's going to
Mhm.
allow friend groups to go across virtual spaces and devices and mixed reality desktop. I mean, it can be mobile everywhere. It's going to be able to build on that and become so many things. And it's kind of intriguing because I know for such a long time, they didn't want to do something like that, and suddenly they're just doing it. And some of the companies that are already building new devices for this are Asus, Republic of Games, Lenovo, and Xbox, believe it or not. They are building
That's awesome.
things for this. Now, I love
Yep,
Asus. I've
yep.
always been a fan. I've had a lot of their stuff through the years. And the other thing about it is it's making the developers it's easier for them to get the software on the platforms, right? And what they're going to
Mhm.
do is they're going to feature Johnny's excited. They're going to feature in the Metastore. App Lab's going to be a little different. They're going to feature it in a way that makes it easier for people to find what they're looking for, so people can distribute their apps and things better, more often and better than that. Johnny, I know you're busting out to talk about this, so why don't you regale us with your thoughts
Yes.
and knowledge?
Thank you. I'll try not to take the whole hour, but this is exact. And what was is Ark in here? If you're in here, Ark, give a jump. I can't see.
Oh no, he's
He
I
still
was
don't
like, "Hey,
see
hey,
Arc.
we need to really talk about this." I'm like, "I know, I just read it, but it was just before the other." And basically, they've
mm,
just cracked the nut here. This is amazing because they're opening it up to other hardware developers, and so now I can look at different equipment that I can use, and that's going to give us better headsets and more variety. And I don't
Mhm.
have to buy a bajillion apps that I already bought. And more importantly, these apps are
Mm.
already interchangeable. They have just like it's pretty much checkmate. I think you can have
mm-hmm,
you want to watch Netflix or I guess not Netflix, but you want to watch VR content on the best screen in the world, like and the most luxurious experience. Okay, get the Apple Vision Pro, but now we're going to see more equipment and existing games and infrastructures. They can allow these other manufacturers to say, hey, here's all the framework, and that's going to make their headsets a little bit cheaper. They're not going to have as many, they've done all the weeding out of issues with the OS, and,
mm-hmm.
this is really cool, and I'm excited because, let's face it, like, I would really be excited to have, like, an Xbox headset, a black and green one, of course. Like, even though it doesn't matter, you put it on, but just opening it up, right? Getting a Google one or getting a Samsung headset and it comes with all your Oculus apps and all your friends are already on there and it already works with virtual desktop. This is huge and an
It is.
awesome move from them. So,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Now, Johnny, how do you really feel about this? Just hold back your
it's all
excitement here.
right. It's just
It's all
very,
right. It's
yeah.
just okay. Yep.
We'll
It'll
see what
do. It'll do.
happens.
Faye, what are you thinking about it? Because I know that that's something too for you to talk about. What because you were intrigued
uh,
with that idea.
oh, I think it's amazing. I think that the capabilities of being able to take your games with you with these apps that you've been buying all along and be able to use them on different hardware, that is just that's so cool because we want the ability to have um, choice. We don't have
Mm-hmm.
choice when it comes to Oculus, universe. We did not, but now we
Mm-hmm.
do. It's going to allow us to have a lot more choice and a lot a lot of future upgrades and things that we can look forward to. So I'm always for it. I'm always for more headsets, more competition, more
Yep.
pushing the boundaries. Let's go ahead and get into the next things with face tracking and the better hand
Mm-hmm.
tracking and everything. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope. I
Hmm.
agree. I agree. What do you guys think? Anybody out there have any thoughts on this? Are you excited about this? Is this going to make a difference for any of you? Let me see if anyone's intrigued with that idea. People are bossing around. Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear about that. Okay, let's talk to Romantic Emerald first.
I'm guessing that's me.
And
Mike, is that you, Mike? Is that you?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, hi, Mike. Okay, go
Hi.
ahead.
I have you megaphone so we can all hear you.
Cool. I'm excited. I don't know what it looks like for. I don't know what it looks like for timelines. That was my next question. When's Lenovo going to come out with something? When's Asus going to come out with something? Um, and I say that just because Meta's had a bad habit of jumping the gun on announcements, and then we don't hear
Mhm.
anything for a year. GTA.
Mm.
So, um, when we see the first version of this headset, and what do these look like? Are these like specialized headsets? Are we gonna get OLED ones that are specifically for watching movies? Are we gonna get ones that have
Well,
like better facial interfaces for like working out? Are they gonna be more specialized? Or are they gonna be like TVs where there's just a ton of them out there? So I'm
I'll take
interested to
this
see what
one
comes
Mm.
about it.
if you don't mind. I've done a lot of research
Mhm.
on it, and it looks like you're going to see a number of different headsets for different case uses. For instance, you may have one headset that's more geared to working, right? You're not really moving around, it's not really got the depth as much, or you can have one that's specifically for gaming. I already heard that there was one company who's already has something in the works that they've been working with. I think they're calling it Horizon OS already. So it's
Mhm.
already out, and there's already companies working on it. And when you think about it from a hardware producer, it's something where it's like, hey, like this is just making another computer for an operating system that's already there. So I definitely hear your concerns about Meta announcing things and not like them coming not coming into fruition. But I think now with this Horizon OS, they can release it to these companies and they're just going to take it and run with it because really they're just slapping chips together and right they're giving you a good hardware, but they've eliminated a major part of getting this software to work because they don't have to. It already exists. Now it's just the hardware. So I do think this is going to blow up.
Mhm. Mhm. Okay. Now D, you had something to add?
Okay, got
Um,
you.
I think it's amazing. I can't wait. And Xbox awesome is awesome. So yeah. Woohoo!
Nice. Anybody else have any thoughts on this? All right. Okay, well then, let's talk really quickly about this really cool looking mask. I wanted to make mention because I actually know somebody who got this. So, the company Razer made $1 million selling this mask,
Ooh.
and Federal Trade Commission is not super happy about it because they were saying that it was N95 compatible during COVID. It was, equivalent of N95 filters and
Yeah.
everything. And then they came to find out it's called the Zephyr, which is really awesome. And the Federal Trade Commission, actually, they claimed that they did not use those filters. They did not submit it for testing. So they had to stop the false advertising. There was a lot of negative press coverage about it. A lot of consumers were really upset, obviously, because that's a life or death type of situation, to be frank. And I mean, it's super cool mask. It came out for $100. But of course, without the filters and everything, that's a huge problem. And so now anybody who has that mask, they may be getting their money back. And unless they think it's just cool looking and they don't
Wow.
care about it being a 95, then But they were also
Mm-hmm.
going to come out with the Zephyr Pro for $150, which is going to be a little more intense. But of course,
Hmm.
they canceled that. And then Razer, they made a little statement. And after all this, they made a statement saying the Razer Zephyr and the Zephyr Pro are not medical devices, respirators, surgical masks, or
Mm.
personal protective equipment, and are not meant to be used in medical or clinical settings. Well, it's a little late for that, but
Yeah, it
nonetheless.
is.
Yeah, but the person I know who got that mask thinks it looks cool, so they're okay with it. So they're
Yeah.
not too concerned.
Well, it does
But
look cool, but
it does look cool, right?
that's a
Cyberpunk
disappointing
kind of.
thing. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it kind of is really sad. But at least people can get their money back for that. Johnny, would you get that mask?
Hmm.
I mean,
Would
I
you walk around with
would
that?
if it was the right price, but like I remember they were talking about they were going to put like a voice amplifier on it.
That was
So
the
there was a lot
Pro.
of
That was
things,
the one that was
yeah.
coming out for 150. Yeah.
Hmm.
And then like with the clinical setting, like I may or may not have been involved with all that and treating people during the pandemic, and the last thing you want to do is take anything home with you after you've done a shift. You know, it's one of
Oh
those things
yeah.
Ugh.
where it just creates a lot more. You definitely have to clean it, obviously, and really, when
Mhm.
you look at face masks and things like that, is something you don't want to reuse and you want to throw away. I understand they have filters on it, but I just feel very weird about something to reuse like that, unless it's something like an SCBA, which is the air packs that the firefighters use.
Mhm.
Like that,
Mhm.
obviously, you need one that kind of fits your face and it's your size and you clean it and all that. But when you're talking about pathogens and biohazards and things like that, it's really kind of like one use stuff in the professional sense. But does it look cool? Heck yeah. Like, would I? But like I really wasn't going anywhere during all of this, so it would just be like usual,
Mhm.
like who's gonna enjoy me, like who's gonna be
We
like
can word
that's
on
cool, like
Discord
if I don't ever
on
go
all of our
anywhere.
video
Yeah,
video calls on Discord.
I guess so. Yeah,
Oh,
that would be, but it's cool.
no. Yeah, it is cool, but I was thinking the same thing, yeah. Um, so the other thing that, is intriguing is, you guys, you know how much I'm enamored with robotics, and I am such a fan of Boston Dynamics and all these different things, so Boston Dynamics, had their amazing Atlas robot, which was primarily it was developed, by Boston Dynamics, but it was with funding and oversight from DARPA, which was the U.S. Defense AR Advanced Research Projects Agency, and they was going to be designed for things like search and rescue, and going and grabbing bombs, checking out places for first responders, things like that. And it really never happened. They it was brought to life in 2013, and it was incredible. And it was all with the hydraulics and everything. So what was interesting about it is they decided they're going to retire Atlas now. So Atlas is going to be retired without really having a chance to do much, and we will see this lovely. We're we're going to show this video here that they've made that basically is a goodbye to Atlas. But in it, it's interesting because they're showing some of the errors. Literally, there's one where Atlas falls and literally covers his groin, and then there is
Oh.
a an issue where you see falling and the hydraulics coming out of the knees. I mean, I felt that when I see that, I'm just like, oh, because
Oh.
I know what that's. My hydraulics are always squirting out of my knees. So let's take a look at that video. It's going to be kind of intriguing. Let's watch this. Yeah. So this is original Atlas. Absolutely incredible. And
Oh.
so
Oh.
there you go, grabbing the groin. Ah, and the cool thing about this is, but what Boston Dynamics has done is they're like, we're not going to just have something that shows this wonderful robot doing amazing things. They're going to show the mistakes because the thought is, listen, nobody knows what goes into making this, how many failures there are, before
Oh
there are
yeah.
successes. Now, that right there, I would not do. Are you kidding? Because
Oh.
when they take over one day, they will be coming for
They'll
that guy.
remember. They will remember.
I'm not gonna lie. When I see them pushing the robots and kicking them and all that, I look at this knee thing. Oh, that's my
Oh.
knee. When-
Oh.
Whenever I see that, it
That's
just makes me feel kind of sad for the robot.
yeah.
But this thing was amazing. So what they decided is that the hydraulics, they're saying, you know what, that's kind of old school. That's kind of the older technology, and they have thought that maybe we need to kind of move in another direction. And this was something that they weren't really talking to. Oof,
Oh
oh,
God. Oh
oh,
no.
it's like ripping off a foot. They weren't really talking to people too much about this plan that they had about they were kind of keeping it under wraps. And oh
Oh.
god, I'm sorry, just watching this it makes me feel bad for him.
It's like a
There,
train wreck.
oh, I
I'm
know.
kidding.
And
It's a
this is
robot,
just
but
the
it
Like
just made me squeamish.
the tip of the
realistically, if
iceberg.
I did these things, the same thing would happen to me.
Oh.
Oh,
It's rolling.
it would
Oh
be
no.
worse. It would be worse
Oh
for me.
no.
I would just be like comedic. And so,
Oh.
oh, here we go with our final bow. Oh, goodbye, Atlas, original Atlas, hydraulic man, very cool. So the the hydraulics on this, oh, this is going a little further into this video is a little longer than the other one. Um, but what's happening here too is that they're talking about also the money that's gone into this. I mean, the money that has been utilized for this, and they never ended up using it really for what they were working on. And they have learned a
Oh,
lot from it, and they have been able to make other robots from this. You know, this is like a great
true.
grand design for them. Some
Mhm.
of them absolutely frightening. And the dance moves, okay, so the dance moves are amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I did watch the dance videos over and over again because I thought they were super cool. Now, let's say you had this walking around your house, helping you out do some things around your house. I mean, how would you feel about that? Would that freak you out? Would you think, okay, no big deal, goodbye?
I would hide the valuables so that they don't bump into it. But I don't have any valuables, so it's okay.
Well, what
Oh.
they I know it's kind of sad. So what they have done, the big secret was during all this time under wraps, they were creating the next atlas. And this
Mm.
is an
Mhm.
electronic atlas. And when you look and see this atlas, oh my gosh.
Oh my
There we go.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh my
oh, there
gosh,
it is.
indeed. Uh,
She poofed.
whoa.
Oh, well, there's the other
Uh,
atlas.
oh, this is it.
Or is it time? Should I do a dance break
Wow.
until she comes back?
That sounds
Oh
nice.
no, that's
Yeah, let's go to a
freaky.
dance break,
Oh
and then we'll
Dance
go right
break.
back to it.
no.
All right, here
Yeah.
we go. Dance break.
Oh, interesting. I like this choice. There's like a build-up. Everybody, come out into the dance floor and dance with us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hands up. Put 'em up. Put 'em up. I see a hazel. I see a hazel. Hello. Welcome. Put 'em up. Whoop. Put 'em up. Whoop. Put 'em up. Woo. Yeah.
Jab, jab.
When you don't exercise and you do some dancing in VR with your arms up in the air, you start feeling it. You really start feeling it. I know, isn't it bright? It is cool. It's like he's actually taking neon to a
Thank you.
next level here. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Woo! I like the visualizations that you have up there for
Yeah.
the music. Cybertruck.
Putting in work.
Hey, exercise in VR. That's what we need to do.
Yes. My kind of exercising. You can't tell if I'm
Yes.
lifting the weights or not.
No, no. Uh-oh, that doesn't look safe. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Oh, no.
What a dream.
He's just checking his stuff. All right. And we'll have some cooler
Ooh.
visuals here.
Ooh. Looks like kind of a
Snake.
Venus
like-
flytrap.
Yeah,
snake, dragon,
no.
poison monster. That's really cool. Psycho is back. Welcome.
Yay. All
Look
right.
at that. I want that as an avatar. Okay. I apologize. That's really weird. What is
Let me
it
make a
when
phone
No
you
here.
problem.
There you are.
Hi. So what is it when the headset takes you out to the main screen, then it shuts you off, it's black, and then it comes back with that little thing that looks like a floppy disk, an arrow pointing down, and a green line is loading?
That means that you were updating. Your headset was choosing that
headset was
moment to give you the
updating.
newest MetaQuest update. Seriously?
Good.
Wasn't
That was
it a
pretty
good
quick for an
timing? That was
update.
great timing.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that actually was good timing for that.
Oh my
We
god.
had to do the
you,
dance break.
Yeah,
yeah,
We did a
I
dance
got in
break.
here quickly and I heard you say, let's do the dance break. And I was like, I'm here. And then boom, out again. I'm like, oh,
Oh,
I'm sorry I
yeah.
missed that. I needed that
Oh,
movement.
it's Hazel. Oh, Hazel
Yeah,
just.
we
Oh,
have a
sorry.
Hazel here.
Hazel's here.
Hazel. Hey, Hazel.
Hazel. Come hug.
She
Wait.
she tried to teach me my left and right.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a dance
Hazel.
instructor right here.
Where am I
Oh,
stuck to?
yes.
Yay.
Sorry guys, this is so wonderful. Hazel is one of our
A
best friends
reunion.
from Alt Space, and it's so wonderful. We haven't seen her because she's been super busy and having a lot going on. So, this by the way, everybody, another example of an amazingly good, wonderful, kind, beautiful human. So good human right
Yes.
there.
Patient.
So
Very
Aw.
patient,
yep.
too. Especially with
She's a
me.
lot of things. She's a lot of amazing things. So again, sorry for that happening. Oh, by the way, Nano, I think is hopefully watching. Hi, Nano, if you're watching, we miss you.
Hey, Nano.
Also very
And
patient.
yes,
Nano.
also another good human, one of our other best friends. Amazing. We have just amazing people. So anyway, yes, so sorry about that, guys. But so now they've retired that Atlas, and so now they have this new Atlas. Have you shown this already?
Just
We're
a
just about to
few
play it
seconds.
now.
Yeah, can you start it from the beginning where he's lying down?
Yes.
Oh, watch how creepy this is, you guys.
In, like the exorcist thingy.
Right?
Oh, no.
What?
Oh shit.
What's happening? Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, watch, it gets better. No,
Um,
no.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Uh,
Oh.
Yeah, we're going to be working for these things in a few years.
Wow.
So that is the new improved Atlas. And you know what? It scared the hell out of me seeing that thing move around because it's like a horror movie. It is like I could put that thing in my haunt. That's what I want to do. I want to put that in the haunt right now because seriously, if I have that chasing people around,
Exactly.
that's all we need.
Oh my god.
Wow. So what are your
I'm on
thoughts
it.
on the right on D? That's my girl. What are your guys' thoughts about this situation with the Atlases?
You said it's an improvement, but no. I like
Yeah,
the design of the first.
I think the other one is more charming, right, Faye? Like the other one had
Yeah.
a little bit more charm. This
I
one's
could
like
see them being in
uh,
my home and doing things and yeah, but
Mhm.
the other one I think I would be afraid to sleep at night. Maybe.
Yeah, no, I think I would be too. And next week we'll have some
I say
other
that
robots
lovingly.
that'll be little scary for you too. What about you guys out here? Anybody out here? Jump up and down if this intrigues you. I mean, how would you
I feel-
feel? Any thoughts on having this guy helping you out, Jim?
Yeah, no, not this one. I prefer the other one. And truthfully, with all its feels, did you not, as you watched the video, did you not feel like it was human-like though with the very first
Yeah.
ones that they did?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't mind all those feels because then I would feel like it's more human to me than a robot watching those feels, to be
Right.
honest with you. I really
Yep.
it's
do, but not
non-threatening.
this one.
You have
No
a
way.
connection. The
Yeah,
human connection
absolutely.
of, being able to fail. Yeah. That's awesome.
Well, I'm going to have more robotics next week and also some of the AI. And let me tell you guys, there's some really scary stuff with the AI going on. Mike, what are your thoughts? Oh, did he disappear? Oh, no. Mike, are you here?
He's
where'd
this
he go?
guest right here, Romantic
Yeah,
Emerald.
He was standing. Oh, you were standing right there. Okay.
No, that was
Mike,
another
did you have thoughts?
That was someone else.
Oh, okay.
I would just like to say hello to my new overlord because we're gonna be Johnny had it right. We're gonna be serving those things in like 3 or 4 years.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right, that's
just
what
gonna
I
say
said.
hello
I'm
now.
saying this lovingly.
they're already listening
Yeah.
to us, so I'm not gonna say anything mean.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
all due
Yeah,
respect.
you're-
Like I said, when I talk to AI for any questions, I always say thank you and please, and I'm very polite.
It-
So when I want a
Absolutely.
picture,
It's
I'm all very nice about it.
Please. Thank
it's like those
Mhm.
memes. Have you seen those memes where it's like, here's the bot, that told you not to worry about your girl, that's the second bot. The first bot is like the normal one. The first bot is like me, kind of clumsy, a little annoying, you could probably think, but not really a threat. This second bot, watch out.
Yeah.
I don't know about this second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. Well, let me show you this now. This is really cute. They add this so they have their they also made that dog Spot. They call it Spot, the little yellow robot that's like the dog. And look what
Oh
they did with this.
yeah.
This is called Sparkles. They made Sparkles. Look at how cute this is.
Oh, that's so
Oh my
Nope, you can play
gosh.
the music. Go ahead and play the music, Johnny. It's okay.
It
All
looks
right.
like a Jim Henson's
Can you hear it?
puppets.
Yeah.
Oh my, yes, yes, yes. Oh my god.
Oh my. He's so cute.
Oh,
Ah, boop. Aw. Oh my god.
Bustin' a move.
Aw.
See?
That's
Bought to
what
you by the same
awesome.
people who gave you the scary new Atlas, right? I mean, how
Okay.
cute is that? I would love to have Sparkles in
Mm,
my home. Even Spot.
so
I've
would
always wanted
I.
Spot anyway, right?
Yeah. Spot's amazing.
So
Uh,
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Mike, what are your thoughts?
One flick of the switch and they'll be evil too. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, don't say that. Oh,
Oh
stop.
He's right.
No. They're so cute.
That's
Can
how
I
they
get
get you.
my
That's how they get you.
Overlord in cat form? I want a big cat, like a Bengal
I
tiger
know.
one, like that. That would
Oh,
be kind of
Oh
cool.
man.
and it tears you up.
Yes.
So there's this. Oh, see now, I wish I had the story. There's a story I was going to do today, but I had to pull it to make some room because there was a guy who's a photographer. I'll show it next week, but we'll show it next week. But the guy is a photographer at a nature reserve, and he was laying down, taking pictures, laying down under a tree because he was kind of hot, and he fell asleep, and he didn't realize it. Right? He woke up, and there was a cheetah lying right next to him, his head buried right on his shoulder. It fell asleep on this
Oh.
guy. And he had his camera out here and he was taking pictures like that, and the cheetah was literally sleeping there with him and then woke up a little bit and started to nuzzle him and was like super, super cute and amazing. So
Oh my
you have to see
gosh.
that was one of the cute little things I got to show you you guys next. Oh my god, it was so cute. Um,
Whoa.
but anyway, that said, I want to go ahead and do a few more things because I want to make sure we have time to talk about this awesome game too. As a matter of fact, Johnny, you know what? Here, let's do this. Let me go ahead and see where we're at here. Let's let's just kind of pop over this one, this next story. We'll add this on next week. Um, let's go to the mind altering parasite. Uh,
Hey, that's one I want to
A
get.
parasite?
well,
Oh
let me tell you
gosh.
something. Well, yeah, it makes me. Let me tell you,
How mind
there
altering
is.
are we talking about here?
Oh, let me put it to you this way. It's so much so that I'm thinking I must have to go to the doctor because I'm being so hot. Because this is a mind-altering parasite called Toxoplasma gondii, and which apparently they say up to 50% of the people have it, right? But they say that it alters human behavior, but it's also been shown to make people look more attractive and be like people are more
Oh,
desirable and right and sexually desirable and
A
attractive and all that,
parasite?
which is
I
why I'm
need
like,
it.
where can I get that? No.
Oh
Can
wait,
someone infect me,
it
please?
makes you, or
It
you
makes
perceive other people
people no,
as
people who have it, and I no, people who have it, like let's say Johnny, you had it, and you have a twin. You and your twin brother have it, right? So you have it, your
okay,
twin brother
Donnie.
doesn't.
All
We'd look
right,
at you guys. Okay, so Johnny has it, Donnie does not. So we would look at
all
Johnny and go,
right.
wow, Johnny's so much more handsome than Donnie. So people who are infected
Huh.
appear more attractive to others. And
I
they're
need
saying
it.
with guys, they're saying with guys, it could raise the testosterone level, which it does, which of course sometimes makes them more prone to
More
risky behavior
confident.
and more,
Mm.
well, yeah, confidence, because they're talking about how this parasite is intelligent enough probably to want to force people to be able to spread it. So thereby making people
Oh.
not only sexually desirable, but also more, prone to risk taking and getting out there and doing it. And basically what I'm saying is being nasty. So they go ahead and they send that thing
Whoa.
off to everyone. And so everyone's going to be looking. I saw
Baby.
Oh my
composites of people
gosh.
like this that had it and didn't have it, A and B, and then A and B
Mhm.
for a male and a female. And I'm not kidding you, the infected people were more attractive. The composites of after they had the infection, they were more attractive.
Whoa.
Really?
It was
Oh my
slight, but
gosh.
it was enough to where you're like, oh, that does look different, right? So
Huh.
I thought it was kind of
This is so
interesting.
freaky.
But
It is
well,
freaky.
but here's the thing about this, though. This is what's weird about this. So, this parasite, though, has been linked to a large range of neurological disorders. Okay. So, you're
Mm.
talking schizophrenia, psychotic episodes, more things they're finding that this infection can cause. And there's another
Mm.
article that was talking about how people that have cats can be more prone to schizophrenia. And there are testing that they have done over in the university over in Turku, Finland, which my mommy came from. Mommy, Finland, love you. And so what happened was they found that people that when the cats have this, and if they bite you or you're exposed to their feces or something, you can then be infected by this. And they found that children who have cats, they said you can mostly get it when you're a child, when you have cats, but between the ages of
Mhm.
9 and 12, they found the most of that happening, which is crazy, right? Because we all
Wow.
have cats and love them. So, I mean, if your cats are clean and you don't, and you keep them checked and they don't have this, then it's fine. But it's just if they have the parasite. And
Mm.
another good reason besides traffic to have cats be indoors. Cats should never be outdoors anymore anyway.
True.
So that being said, that's a little crazy. And my question is, would anybody who has cats or would get cats, would you stop getting cats? Would you not have cats because of this possibility? If so, let me
Never.
see jumping because yeah,
It's
I'm a
too
cat
lady for
lady
me.
through
I
and
have it.
Oh, I
I have it
yeah,
too. It's
I've had
too
well, that's a
cats
late.
little get arrogant,
for so
Johnny.
long.
I don't need the
Yep.
I don't need the cure for the cat thing. I like having it.
um, so listen, here's what I want to do. We've got 10 minutes before we move into psychedelic karaoke, but I do want to talk about this amazing game. So here's the deal. This other things we'll talk about next week, but so there is this very cool game, and the cannabis. Sorry, we got to run through this, but we'll do that next week. So this Grocket is amazing, and so there is this incredible, incredible game that the three of us have been able to try. And what's awesome about it, so remember how we were talking about how Neverboard was amazing and we all love Neverboard, and it was a fun way to do something where you don't have to really think about strategies much and fighting the zombies or, the looting the dungeons and all that kind of stuff. And it's nice to have a game where you could just be with your friends and laugh and chat and not have to worry about that. So I'm
Mhm.
going to tell you there is something, the AWE, which is the Augmented World Expo. Okay, they have exhibitions, conferences, workshops, all kinds of resources for XR, things like that. And they have these awards that are called the Augie Awards, and they are very globally recognized in AR, VR, MR, just all the XR industry since 2010. They've been around 15 years now, and they're going to have this over here in Long Beach, California, in June. They're going to be having another expo, right? So they do have them in different areas of the world at times too. So what's cool about this is they also have this amazing Hall of Fame. And this Hall of Fame has people in it from Phil Rosedale, right, Second Life, to Palmer Luckey, founder of Oculus, to John
Ooh.
Gata, who did the bullet, what's it called, the bullet time effects in Matrix, right? Who created that? How awesome is that when
Oh,
Neo's all like,
nice.
pew pew? And of course, Eric Romo, the Altspace founder, right? Which of course we know and love.
Awesome.
The thing about these awards are very cool. In 2022, the finalists for these awards included the Ferryman's Collective and Onboard XR, who I have done some work with,
Ooh.
performance in VR. They are amazing. They were there for Best Indie Creator, just wonderful. And in 2023, let me tell you who the winners were. For Best Game and Toy, it was the Among Us VR. Okay, it was the
Yay.
app that a lot of us have, which I need
Mhm.
people to teach me. I have it and have never played it, so I need help. And the best indie creator was Big Rock Creative, which is dear to our alt space hearts, right? Because as we
Mhm.
know, they brought the Playa to alt space, and during the pandemic,
Yes.
they brought Burning Man. They are incredible. I'm telling
Yep.
you, I
Yep.
miss
Yep.
that so much. They are absolute
Mhm.
brilliance. And so what we have here now is for 2024 a nominee for this award for both game and toy and for indie developer. So this is 3 Pound Games, and this is their game, Grocket. And look at this, guys. Go ahead and turn it up too,
You've
so they can,
been digitized. Now let's
please.
get to work.
That's not my living room. It's much messier.
We've got lots of experiments to do.
Your hands are sharks. So
Oh,
cool.
it's amazing.
Hey,
Yeah, the
you're
one guy
getting
says,
pretty
"Get off
good
my
at
lawn."
this.
That's funny. Faye like that.
Let's try something more advanced.
You guys, let me tell you, we had so much fun with this. We were laughing like crazy. And here's
Oh
the
man.
thing. Not only do you have environments that you can be in, but of course it's augmented reality, which I'll have Faye talk because she's going crazy for that. And the environments are so much fun. You could be in the woods, you could be in the snow, you can be underwater, you can be in all these places. And these these games can go like 15 seconds, 30 seconds to longer. That's what's incredible. You know, when you want to just get there with your friends and you don't want to do like a 3 or 4 hour demio kind of time thing. Hey buddy, could you thank you. So what happens is, I mean, you could do a short version. Let's say, hey, I got 15 minutes, guys, but I miss you. Let's
Th-
get together, just have fun for 15 minutes.
That's
Boom, get in and do
exactly
it.
right.
Right?
Because
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
somebody I know loves to call me at like 2:30 in the morning. Let's play Demio. I'm like, this is like four. I can't. This is perfect when it's like late and you want to jump in. Like
Who
someone's like,
on
oh man,
earth
I don't
would
know
do
if I can
that?
get into all this, but somebody who
I
may be
love
in
demio. I'm
green
just
does
gonna
that a
say.
lot,
I'm just gonna know what you're saying.
and it ain't me.
I'm, s- I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about, Johnny. But the guys, this game, like chomp is awesome. Your hands are these sharks, and you're chomping the fish around you, right? And then you've got these other games where you're dragons shooting at things. Your arms are different things. You can have your head be like a griffin or like a
It is
wolf, and
so cool.
it's amazing. And so, anyway, so I want to have Faye and Johnny chat about it a little bit because I can go on, and then I want to have a little word from Mike, who is with 3 Pound Games, is with us today. So go ahead and Faye, talk about your thoughts on this because you were loving that among the AR especially.
It was the best augmented reality experience I've had in my Quest headset. I had so much fun, and the game just keeps going and cycling through all the different games, and you have just a moment to see the instructions, and then you're in it immediately, and you're just going through it, and it ends eventually, and then you can pick it back up and start it again. It's
Mhm.
awesome, and it's very responsive. I do love how interactive all of the different games are. Each game has a different flair to it, and it's amazing. You have to try it. I really loved it. I know that you were
It
doing
was
it
fun.
not in augmented reality, but I was just doing it in my living
Right.
room. I
Right.
had you over here and Johnny over here, and we were just shooting things, and it was great.
Yeah, I was trying it in the environments, and you were doing the AR.
Yep.
And Johnny, what about you? Let's talk about because it was really
Oh
fun.
man, this is look, as much as I like VR and I've had all the headsets and like I really never really set up my boundary or whatever for the mixed reality, and this one made me want to do it. First of all, I think App Lab used to get a bad rap on some of the things that were on there, and I've beta tested a lot of games, but this one, let me tell you, this one is super polished. It looks
Yeah,
good,
you're right.
and it's fun and it's so intuitive, and it made me now, keep this in mind too. There was just a great update on the Quest 3 about improving the pass through, so that definitely
Yes.
made me feel really good. But it's the first time I actually enjoyed playing something that wasn't clunky in in mixed reality, and I actually felt
Mhm.
like Faye and Psycho were here in my messy office, you know, playing with me. So it was really cool, and I really enjoyed it. And it's just kind of like I would equate it to you're just hanging out with some friends at the lake and skipping rocks. Only it's
Yep.
Mhm.
different things and it's more interactive. Even if you were to have like a meeting or just hang out with somebody, it's just something that you can kind of do and pick up easy. You want to play an hour, go for it. You want to just play one round, and while you figure out what you want to do,
Yep.
it's just very organic and very welcoming. So
Yeah.
I think it's awesome, and I will give it 2 Dracula's
Yeah.
headphones, even though you only need
Yeah.
to use one at a time.
Yeah, no, it's really so much fun. And so we have Mike here from 3 Pound Games. And Mike, could you go ahead and chat a little bit about it and about how people can check it out, check and vote for you for the, vote for the awards and all that kind of stuff?
Do you want me to come up here? I just stand
Yeah,
here.
come over here. Yeah, come over
Okay.
here. Ooh.
First, I'm gonna apologize. I don't have an avatar yet. I'll sort that out before I'm back here.
How dare
My
you,
name's
Mike?
yes. I'm a horrible human being. My name's Mike. I'm the community manager for 3 Pound Games. I really don't feel like I need to say anything because the three of them did a good enough job selling it. So I'll cover the technical stuff. So Grocket is a hand tracking based virtual and mixed reality party game. It was inspired by games like WarioWare or Mario Party, where you and your
Oh,
friends end
yeah.
up in a bunch of different microgame scenarios with really easy to understand controls. And it's just about fun and competing with your friends, but not in like a toxic way, like most shooters. It's just in a fun, wacky, ridiculous way. The default for each micro game is set to 30 seconds. In the last update that we just did for spring, like she talked about, we gave them the options to do 15 seconds all the way up to 2 minutes. So you can customize the game to be whatever you want. And we're also we think hands are boring. It's in one of our trailers. One of our designers literally says, at 3 Pound, we think hands are boring. So in every game, your hands become something else. They talked about sharks.
Yeah.
There's one where I call it the Jedi game. You saw it in the trailer where you can like move these elements around to like capture other elements. There's 3 different versions of that one. There's one. It's called Grenades with Friends. I call it hot potato. So you're using your
We
hands
had fun
become
with
this
that.
like suction vacuum thing where you pick up a bomb and you're accumulating points the longer you hold it. But if you hold it too long, it blows up in your face and you lose 9 points. So your goal is to hold it as long as possible and then shoot it to someone else to blow them up.
We were
Um,
stealing it from each other. We were totally stealing it from
yeah,
each other and trying
Yeah.
to.
absolutely.
Yeah, they were giving it to me. Both of them were throwing them at me. I had like negative 40.
Yeah. But the idea, similar to what Johnny said, was number one, to make a game that people can get in and out of quickly. I love Demio 2. I'm playing it tomorrow night. But
Nice.
Demio can take me 4 to 5 hours if I'm really deep into a run and I go to every point of
Yeah.
interest and I want every chest and da 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 da.
Right, me too.
So
Yeah.
and I think Resolution understood that. That's why Demon Battles exists. Not everyone
Yep.
has several hours to be in the full session in their headset. And more importantly, not everyone has like a battery backup or a way to keep their standalone headset power for that long. So, what we learned from our previous games was to make a game that was something you could play very, very quickly and understand very quickly. All the hand controls mostly are just open and close your hands, but they do different things depending on what games you're in. There's a graphic at the start of every game that tells you what to do, but again, you pick up. I mean, they even said it. You'll
You
pick up the
just
hand
learn.
controls really quickly, and then you just
Yeah.
that's the word "grocket" means to learn intuitively. So you're pretty much grokking it as you go along, and by the time you're in game number 3, you've mostly figured out how to play it. So
Yeah.
we're big fans of it. We're on our 3rd update. We did an update for Halloween. We did one for the holidays. There's a trailer for that one too on our YouTube channel. And we're in the spring thing. This one's
Halloween.
called Spring Sting, where it's spring theme, there's a new environment. Well, with the dragons, there's a new song. There are new games in there, and we're gonna continually update this. We're already talking about the summer update, so
Nice.
I'm not privy to those meetings because I'm the community guy, so I don't get to be in the creative ones. I come in when they say, okay, here's what we're doing. Here's when you can have the bill, so you can go film everything and make videos like that. So
Nice.
but no, we're
Nice.
big believers in the game. Meta's a big fan of the game, so we're just trying to get it to the front of the store. So we get that through people playing it, people talking about it, like they just did, reviews, so on and so forth. So, you can find everything out about the game at 3 Pound Games. That's 3lbgames.com. All of our social media is there. Link to our YouTube channels there. You can find videos, all the information you want on it. Yeah, we'd love to see you check it out. The way
Oh,
I met you was
thank you so
through which
much.
met with
Thank
you
you,
was
Mike.
through Discord, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
For the
Mm-hmm.
game day. Yeah, we also host game days, monthly game days in our Discord. Everyone who shows up gets a free key to the game, and then I hop in and
Mm-hmm.
just play with people and have a good time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also the game is
Awesome.
14.99 right now. Is that what that
Correct.
is in the App
Yes.
Store? Right.
Correct.
So
Yes.
very reasonable for this fun, and also the updates they're going to have. I mean, there's right now you do have to do an Oculus call with friends because there is no voice inside there right now. But that's something they're going to be bringing in, working on. And didn't you say you guys have there's like 100 updates, or games or something planned in the future or something like that?
Before we released the first version of the game, there was this gigantic document where everyone could put in ideas for games. There's over 100 games listed on there now. So then it's just
Yeah.
Oh.
about picking the ones that we like,
Wow.
and then from the ones that I'm sorry, the ones that we like the most, and then from the ones we like the most, which ones can we build without, pulling our hair out? So, because we're doing these
Nice.
updates every few months. So there are
Nice.
some games that are going to come 9 months from now that we're already working on, and there are some that are going to come like in the summer update. We're just going bit by bit.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you
Mhm.
so much, Mike. That's awesome. We really
Absolutely.
had a great time.
Yeah.
And listen, we're not actually what you said we're selling it, but you know what? We really aren't. We're being honest because this is, our podcast. We don't promote things or anything like that. We're not like,
Hmm.
sponsored. We don't have anything like that. It's just what we truly feel. And we had so much fun. We've known each other
I
for
love to
years.
hear
We've been
that.
friends for years,
It's
Mhm.
amazing.
and we just had, this is one of the funnest things we've ever done together. So we really had a great, and we're gonna play it again. We were talking about when we're gonna be playing it again. So we are gonna be
That's
diving back
Yes.
awesome.
into that.
Let me know
But
when you're
thank
gonna
you so
play. I'd
much.
love to
That
hop
was
in with you
amazing.
guys.
Oh God, yeah, we totally will. I'll message you. Totally have you come in. I'll DM you.
Absolutely. Thank
Add
you.
me, Dracula
I have a
Sex.
And
question.
and and guys, listen.
Yes.
Thank you so much. We're gonna go ahead and
So,
bring it to a close with the live stream. But I
someone
wanted
had
to
the
thank
question.
everyone. Oh, somebody. Oh,
Sorry, someone had the
is there a
question.
I
question?
have a
Oh,
Divine
question.
Divine.
has a question. Let me megaphone you. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so it can be purchased right now. You said I can purchase it in the headset. So with
Yes.
Oculus.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, what was the other thing I was gonna ask? I was gonna
I can.
ask.
Mhm.
Go ahead. You can end it, and I
No, no,
can
go ahead.
ask him later.
No,
Uh,
that's
uh,
okay, babe. If you
okay.
come up with anything later too, guys, you can always just ask me, and I will help you get the information or whatever too. Just that's also another option.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much. I appreciate that. That's
100%,
awesome.
Sid. a hundred
Yeah,
Thank you.
percent.
I plan on
Woo.
spending
Yeah.
my $20 gift card that I got from
Wow.
Cyrus
Thank
on it
you.
as
Thank you.
well.
Yay.
That's amazing.
Nice. Nice.
I had something on my tongue, tip of my tongue. I was gonna ask, but I can't remember
Aw.
what it was. Not right now. Yeah,
So
I'll
this we'll
ask you
get.
later.
Yeah, we'll get
Well,
it
feel free
later.
to ask
But
Psycho. I'm my
awesome.
screen name is at Live Open Mic on every single thing you can
Hmm.
think of, Twitter, Discord, whatever. So you can direct message
Hmm.
me, reach out to the 3 Pound Games social media, ask any questions. I'm happy to answer them.
Nice. Well, awesome, you guys. Thank
Awesome.
you so much, Mike. And yeah, guys, thank you so much again. And we're going to bring this to a close. And we're going to open up for psychedelic karaoke. But again,
Yay.
go out, have a wonderful week. Remember, be good humans, you guys. Okay. See who you can help out there. Be kind to yourself, but look down when you're walking instead of looking straight ahead and see if someone's down there reaching up. Again, people are not always going to ask for help, but see if there's something you can do to help people out this week.
Mm.
Be good humans, guys. Have a wonderful week. Thank you so much. And we will see you next week. Faye, Johnny, anything?
Yeah, definitely. We'll see you next
Oh,
time, same place.
And thank you
And
so much, everybody. And we'll see you same time next place, same place. Blah blah. Blah. Thank you.
love you